Oh no, oh god, oh no. He's still not done with Jungle Joyride. It's taken quite a while, I know, but I am very happy with the way it's turning out. We're entering movie territory at this point, so when it's high time to visit Autobot, grab your popcorn. I'm gonna call it Autobot for the entire video. Get ready for that. I'm not gonna ruin my life and put a release date on this thing, so just keep on keeping on, as Sonic the Hedgehog always says. However, in the meantime, I had the perfect opportunity to serve you freaks up another vid. Hot off the presses is Project Hero Rewired. What is Project Hero? Is the same thing I said when Stelmo asked me to play this. I missed Project Hero in 2019 because I didn't care about the Hedgehog back then. I cared about Pathologic 2, which should make you not care about me. Until now, I've never heard of this thing. Didn't know what it looked like, never seen a frame. So, when I loaded up into Rewired, it was truly a first impression. Fresh eyes on missing textures. They're gonna patch that in. Beautiful design. We're thinking pink blocks on black background. Can this be one of the enemies? You see, my good buddy Stelmo, aka my boss from that Critical City, teamed up with Beats, PO6 dev and veteran Sonic modder, to update this fan classic with feature-length stages, new mechanics, and from what I'm being told, is polish. Is that what I'm stepping in? I was given a preview build to funk around in, and boy, did I funk it up. No other instructions, no guidelines. Stelmo said go wild, and wild did I go. Like I said, preview build, so if things are different, preview build. That's why there's no Jungle Joyride in there, but they're hard at work on that one, as per my request. We like to call that one VC Discussion Point 1. Why is Ajax making shit up? Alrighty then, Beats, a person I've never met before in my life. We'll stick to the facts and get to the nitty-gritty gameplay. My Guitar Hero controller is not connected. I thought you guys thought of everything. Captain Automation is here to discuss finite controls. You couldn't ask for a worse playtester. People always assume I'm good at video games, and I don't blame them. I'm a white guy on the internet. You know my ass got a patchy beard. But I actually find speed platformers to be pretty difficult. Or just platformers in general. Or character action games. Or shooters. Looters. Life sims. NBA 2K6. Grandpa suffers when he holds the controller, and kids suffer when he holds the steering wheel. I was very bad at this game, and that's not a joke. It took me over 5 minutes to clear a gap in the tutorial, and I have the footage to prove it. My first note would be let me close the text faster, but I don't think anyone else is gonna open this 5,000 times. As you can see in the footage, I'm not really a mechanically literate guy. No M speed, D speed, never spear glided in my life, so there was a lot to learn for my boost brain. Not that you can't run these stages normally, but a lot of effort was put into tweaking track elements and layouts to fully utilize PHR's repertoire. If you know how to dig your fingers into 3D Sonic, there is so much to explore with brand new routes and abilities. But even if you're just a hold forward motherfucker, the experience is sleek, satisfying, and fluid. The stages provided are classics in their own right, so trampling over them with these new shoes was still a blessing. As for the nitty-gritty controls, well, forgive my ignorance and the easy comparison, but it feels a lot like PO6. Getting real PO6 vibes, says guy whose only other fan game he played was PO6. At least in terms of Sonic's maneuverability, at least for me. His speed is increased, and aiming the blue bullet through these stretched out levels felt like the big draw here. You can chain a lot of techniques endlessly, right to the next map. There are so many options, both within the layout and how you take them. Sonic has like all his moves. I say, as a guy who has not played all his games. Dashing, bouncing, hold L for easy mode, they got it all. The only thing I really struggled with was the continued momentum on a home. If you keep the button held, you will keep moving forward, and that was a majority of my deaths. That and stomping on the rail when I should have bounced. Holy shit, I did that like 500 times. Issue is a lot of these new track elements feel built for that continued home, so turning that off would cut a lot of these stages in half, and I wouldn't recommend that. This might be the answer of don't play like me. Turns out Grandpa needs his crutches. Like the beep sound when you lock on. I never knew how much I needed that. That's my second note. Can Grandpa get a beep toggle? Camera can get a little unwieldy at times, and the noise confirmation would get you out of places fast to keep that speed going. Otherwise, STH can grind rails, water run. He can die. They still got that in here. Happy to report. I'm like the death correspondent you hire me on if you want to test your drowning animations. Note 3. Make Sonic drown! I can't comment more on high-level play. I'm a loop-looking son of a bitch. Let me say, they got some good-looking loops. But in terms of the controller, it gets the green light. Big green light, flashing with a smiling face. It says, good work. Now, a big draw of Project Hero is experimenting in these stages as different animals. So let's briefly touch on our playable characters. First off, we got Sonic, but we already went over him. When aren't we talking about Sonic on the Sonic the Hedgehog video game channel? So let's move over to his two friends, Fly Guy and Redhead. Tails the Fox can fly, by God, has a general hover and a silver style blast forward. You can double tap that to really rip these levels in half. I know there's critiques on flying past the fun, but every chunk of geometry is playable in this game, and they accounted for Tails' altitude. No matter where you go, they got something for you. Otherwise, he can do his tail swipe, and he could even throw bombs. Although the radius was difficult to discern with the camera, because it comes off more as a line than an arc half the time. Plus, you'll probably just end up smacking folks anyways. And you know who likes smacking? Knuckles the Echidna can fly, by God. You can't double tap, but if you hold it as he hits the ground, he belly slides, and that's really fun. Knuckles has all his classic moves. He can climb, he can punch, you can do the 06 Psycho Crusher. You'll love to see it. You can also spin dash on walls, which is fucking nuts. I can't believe I never thought of that all this time. Seems so obvious in concept, but it's awesome to let loose. Also want to mention, both these guys still offer Sonic-style speed. You can roll and go fast, just like the Hog, so you don't have to fly slow everywhere like I did in the footage. But let's talk more about that everywhere and dig into those gosh darn levels. This is the real meat and potatoes, I'd imagine. From what I've seen, Project Hero centered around large, sprawling skate parks, right? At least in the builds. But these are short stint stages as a fast little fuck. The interest is seeing how this dude controls in these holy grails. And my oh my, what a spread. Windmill Isle Act 1, Emerald Coast, Metal Harbor, Kingdom Valley, Sigil Archipelago, a custom stage made by Beats himself. If you can wrangle this hog and nail his mechanics, it's a perfect course and a useful comparison, because the rest of the tracks are Sega branded classics, but this is a level made with a fan game in mind. I'm not sure if it was constructed with the controls in mind, but it's open enough to fit right in with the speeds PHR is offering you. Kind of feels like a fully conceptualized version of the hub world, but if you want to sling some style, Metal Harbor's always there. This stage probably demonstrates the rework of PHR the most. Every ship and launch pad is now integrated into the level. You can climb on them, run on them, drown besides them. They got it all. Those were the highlights for me. Seeing the fun ways Stelmo and the team translated certain sections, like Shadow's hovercraft map being a water run. Crafty innovations that continue the speed, you know what I mean? What might have been presented as accessibilities for characters soon became sought-after shortcuts the more I explored these areas. Can I get to Tails' area as Sonic? How fast can Knuckles go in Kingdom Valley? That kind of stuff. Fun fact, nearly every stage featured in this game was covered on this channel. I heard they did that just for me. There's a gun at my head that says Emerald Coast. Now, there is actually more levels within this game hidden behind the 5, which I have spoiled in the footage. But if anything, you're gonna want to jump into these two and run your little legs all over them. It is really cool how much they stuffed into this thing for just a preview build. A lot to experience, a lot to uncover. But let's do our little wrap up in a section I like to call the conclusion. Hey, this thing is really darn neat, despite my difficulty level. I've been hesitant to cover ultra-speed platformers on this channel, because they were never really in my wheelhouse. I don't want to end up disparaging a game I don't have the aptitude to play, you know what I mean? Like, for a fan game that's trying to offer the high-level speeds that comes with Sonic, you don't get really far dumbing things down for a guy like me, right? A lot of my gripes here add up to a big fat skill issue, and I'll wear that badge. I'm Grandpa. But I'll say this, even if I'm bad at this game, I think it's really fun. There's a clear effort and passion placed into bringing Project Hero back to life, and it was not done as a lark. These guys thought long and hard about how to mold these classic stages into something that can take advantage of Project Hero's controls, or even expand beyond them. There is a lot to play around with here, and it's easy to lose an afternoon just banging Sonic against the wall in Greytown. That's gonna be a bad one. It's a great demonstration not only on how this project can work on these stages, but how these stages can be warped to this tool set. Of course, tweaks are always needed, and I'm sure the team is looking to improve, but the core experience here is very promising, even for the visuals guy. So give Project Hero Rewired a shot. Try it out, break those levels, find the alien, I bet you can't. And a very fun question that I'm sure will not pressure the team at all. What level would you like to see adapted into this fan game? That's kind of the kicker here, isn't it? THR has a bit of a Generations aura, if you think about it, at least in the sense of honoring levels from the past. And as a levels guy, I think that's a fun thing to hype up. And the levels I want in the game are Savannah Citadel, Cool Edge, Rooftop Run, Dragon Road, Skyscraper Scamper, Speed Highway, Sunset Heights, Mystic Cave, Arid Sands, Crisis City, Pumpkin Hill, Seaside Hill, Dinosaur Jungle, Red Mountain, Big the Cat, and a Froggy Hat, and a Murder Game. Also the Q&A. And that is where we'll leave things today. Hello again. Nice to say hi, even if it's brief. First off, go play PHR. I know I was yucking it up a ton back there, but genuinely, it was very cool to be offered the chance to just try this thing out. Legit honored, like a fan game, given to me. Preview build. Never thought I'd see the day. It's very cool. Massive hats off to the team. These things aren't easy and are typically constructed in people's free time, so their efforts should be highlighted. In fact, I'm gonna run their credits right now. Check that shit out. Thank you, Stelmo. Thank you, Beats. Thank you, team. PHR team. Link is in the description. Tell me what you think, and better yet, tell them what you think. They're looking to grow this thing, so player feedback is certainly appreciated. I don't actually know what the team wants. Full disclosure, I've only spoken to Stelmo. There could very well be a photo of me in a Discord server out there with red tomatoes all over my face. Go ahead, throw your produce, you fiends. But where else will you find a guy who takes 14 minutes on Kingdom Valley? You need Grandpa. Regardless, I was honored they let me test out a preview build, and I wish them all the success in the world. Go get them, guys. I feel like a coach. Great work out there. Go drink your Gatorade. Now, about that Joyride. Guess what? I'm still working on it. What a surprise. Yeah, I don't have much new information to share, besides that it's still chugging along. I don't want this channel to stay too silent, so I'm happy to pump out a vid now and then. And don't worry, these are done on Joyride off hours. Nothing's being sidelined. The jungle still awaits. And I gotta get back to it. So if you enjoyed this vid, feel free to leave a like or a comment. Subscribe for more. If this is your first Ajax video, then oh boy, you don't know what's in store for you. Dinosaur Jungle is in store for you. Go watch Dinosaur Jungle. It has a T-Rex in it. Come on. As for now, I say farewell. Adieu. Also, happy birthday, Stelmo. It's his birthday today. That's why I talked about drowning in the game that he spent so long working on. I'm a good friend. Enjoy Project Hero Rewired. Let him know your thoughts. And keep banging that Sonic right into the wall. All right. See you guys later. Peace.